My name is Millicent Afriyie Adjei, and I work with the Association of African Universities as a communication specialist. So just like Georgette, I would also quickly run through this presentation. I'm glad to be here for us to explore how we can position ourselves for career advancement, particularly through visibility. I would have loved to start with a quick exercise for us to see or know what the internet says about us, if it's a true reflection of what we want people to know about us or how we want people to remember us. But we will just dive straight to what career visibility is, which means professional work skills and contributions are noticed, acknowledged, and valued by others, leading to greater recognition, opportunities for advancement, and a stronger sense of belonging, and also motivation. So as career people, being visible goes beyond being seen. It's having your value, your expertise, and your skills being recognized and acknowledged accordingly. And why is visibility very critical? There is a gap, particularly in fields like tech, where we have male domination. There is a wide gap for how female are underrepresented. Although women are breaking barriers in tech, yet challenges remain that women are highly underrepresented, and we have statistics to actually back that. These statistics, I have the source there, are from last year, 2024. We have 28% of the global tech industry workforce that are women, meaning out of every 100 global tech people, only 28 of them are women. And that 29 of the tech leadership roles are women. So you go to the leadership positions and we have only 29% of women there, out of which only 18% are the executive role. And also 48% of women report feeling excluded because they are not included and are not privy to opportunities, leaving 56% of such women leaving the tech industry in mid-career. And this attrition is also causing that we are losing talent, women that are going to be mentors, women that are going to help bridge the gap are leaving mid-career because they don't see opportunities and then they are lacking growth as well. And it's even worse in Africa. The good thing is we have 47% of STEM graduates who are women. But then when we go to the tech roles, we have only 23 to 30% of them transitioning into the roles out of the 47 who are the STEM graduates. And then we come down to the leadership position and we have only 12% here in Africa. And for startups, female-led startup only accounts for 1% of Africa's total tech funding, which is very, very poor. So this begs the very important relevance of why visibility is important, particularly for women in tech, that the gap is so wide that we need to be very visible to be able to bridge this gap. And some of the key barriers that are responsible or that influences this underrepresentation includes the imposter syndrome, where there's usually self-doubt that many women in tech, they feel because it's a male area or is the male-dominated area, when we are able to achieve and are successful, we begin to doubt ourselves, we begin to doubt our capabilities, that no, this may not be us, and makes us very, shy, reserved, call into our shells, which is not supposed to be. And then also there is an under recognition, where women's contributions are often overlooked, minimized, or even credited to male colleagues due to unconscious bias, of course. And sometimes achievements may not get the deserved spotlight. Sometimes you see that women rise through the ranks and are able to be successful and achieve so much, yet they are not duly recognized, particularly in the tech industry, where I think we all find ourselves, is that we feel we are trying to encourage women in tech. So when women are able to rise through the ranks, they are able to take up leadership roles. We feel that it's because we are encouraging more women in tech. That's how come they were given that opportunity, which is usually untrue, because some of these women have actually earned it and have merited to be there. And even sometimes we know that women make very good leaders. I'm sure most people will contest, especially the men, and even some of us women will contest that women make very good leaders. But the truth is, as very good team leaders, when our teams are successful, we like to attribute the success to the team instead of honing our achievements. We like to be in the background and then just give the glory to the team instead of advocating for ourselves and say, oh yes, I led this team and we're able to do this, do that under my guidance and under my supervision. We just said, oh, the team did this, the team that did that, and then we hide under the shadows, which is also not very good for us, for our visibility and our professional growth. And then also limited networks. I think we've spoke extensively on networks, so I'll just rush through that. Networks are very important, like we have initially highlighted. And then also family work balance, family obligations, and then perceptions that women are less committed. When I was here, I was just checking the time a while ago because I need to go and pick up my kids. I kept checking the time, still trying to find that career balance. People usually say that there's nothing like family career balance. One always suffers at a point. Family will suffer at a point, career will suffer at a point. But then as women, we always try to balance the equation, make sure none is suffering, both are kept afloat. But then that is usually used against us. I know some people in certain organizations where when there are some opportunities, particularly travel opportunities, they are sidelined because they are family women, because maybe an opportunity came once and they said, oh, my child is too young, I cannot travel. And since then, they haven't had any opportunity to travel again, because at the back of their superiors' minds, they would always come up with the excuse of having to take care of their children, and they lose out on very important opportunities affecting their career growth. So most importantly, visibility matters for career advancement because it gives you the recognition. It increases your chances for promotions. It increases your chances for leadership roles. It helps you to be more effective. It helps you to be more effective, valued, and acknowledged as well. And then also opportunities. When you are visible, you are able to attract mentors, you are able to attract sponsors and collaborators, and being visible ensures that people think of you when opportunity arises. And without visibility, excellent contributions go unnoticed. Nobody would know what you are doing. And when opportunities come, you won't be the one they would think of, even no matter how competent and how good you are, because you haven't made yourself visible. People don't know what you are doing. They don't know how good you are. Opportunities usually would pass you by. And then also being visible gives you influence. It builds your credibility. You are able to gain trust. You're able to garner some sort of authority such that people trust your reputation. People are able to trust you in terms of decision making because they know that you have the expertise, and then you have also been able to build that reputation, you have been able to build your skills in that area, that you are very influential. So they lean on you for decisions, they lean on you for guidance in your area of expertise. And we would dive into strategies for building your visibility, strategies for building your recognition and being valuable to your organization, being valuable to other people within the industry. And first is personal branding. And for personal branding, it means what makes you unique, what sets you apart from other people in relation to your skills, in relation to your expertise, in relation to your value. You have to build a brand. You have to be known for something. Building a brand is being intentional about what you want people to remember you for. So you would have to create a niche for yourself. You do a self-introspection and see what you are good at, see where your strengths are, and be able to build upon it, create a niche for yourself. And whilst you are creating a niche for yourself, you can't be visible when you are not good at something. You have to be associated with something. You have to be associated with a skill. And that means investing in self-advancement in terms of qualification, in terms of skills, joining meetings such as this, and also advancing in terms of your qualification. And then acquiring soft skills. Soft skills are very important because it is proven that soft skills increase success rates by up to 40%. Soft skills such as communication, negotiation, time management, they are all very essential to building your personal brand. And then also you starting small. Speak up in meetings. You don't always have to call yourself, show yourself up. No, you have to speak up, start small in your organizations, in your institutions. Whenever, make a conscious effort. Whenever you join a meeting, don't leave the meeting without your voice being heard. You have to speak. No matter how little the contribution is, you have to make it. Ask thoughtful questions, contribute meaningfully, and then volunteer as well. If it's not taken, like she had indicated, you volunteer. And then you strengthen your network. I wouldn't want to dive too much into network strengthening, like I said earlier, because we have spoken extensively on that. And then also show your skills. Don't be shy to show your skills. Don't be shy to show how good you are. If it's blog writing, if it's article, whatever area of strength that where you find yourself, make sure you shine there, whichever way that you would be able to do so. And then one of the most important ways of building visibility is honing your online presence. You growing your online presence. Initially, like I said, I wanted us to look ourselves up and see if we are even present at all and what information we have there. But then growing your digital presence starts with being visible online. And you can always leverage on social media, like most people are doing. Social media is free. You don't need to invest so much money, except that you may need to invest some time, make conscious effort, and be consistent. But then you can start with the LinkedIn, you can start with Facebook, X. I'm sure we are all of us here on social media. And then it's not just about being on social media, it's how you brand yourself, how you market yourself on social media. Like having your profile, you visit certain profiles, and this is a LinkedIn profile of Ethel Kofi. I didn't want to share that, but then before I completed my presentation, I visited some other profiles, and I realized that these are people I know, and I know that they are doing so much. But then I visit their profile, and then I just see, let's say, a tech consultant. But these people are doing so much that they could have highlighted everything they're doing, but then you just see a tech consultant. So this is a very good example of how your profile should look like. make sure you mention every little detail, every little thing that you do should be represented on your profile, because your profile is your personal brand. You make sure you share your work, you share insights, your initiatives. When you join events, you make sure you share them as you are here. You are networking, you take photos, you write very detailed, very insightful things you put on your social media platforms. You let people see what you are doing, the people you are networking and engaging with. And then also you engage actively, you comment on people's posts, you join on discussions in your area of expertise. And then, yes, this is also another example of a very good way of engaging, particularly on our LinkedIn. And then 6 is to seek mentors and sponsors. I think mentorship has been heavily emphasized in this summit, and I'm sure we are all products of mentorship. Myself as well, also a product of Madame Nodumu's mentorship. I remember when I joined the Association of African Universities about close to a decade ago, and I was a very reserved lady, a woman of very few words, she used to say. And one day she said to me, I was employed to work on the World Bank's largest project for higher education in Africa. And then she said to me, Millicent, you have to make yourself visible. And I was wondering, as tall as I am, how am I not visible? But yes, that was just by the way. How am I not visible? But then she meant more than that. And she guided me, gave me some steps on how to make myself visible, how to make my work visible. She said, you are doing so much, but then it's not being accounted for in your presentations. I could summarize my whole month work, which is a lot, in just one sentence. And she would come back and say, no, you have to let people see what you are doing. You have to say, give details. And it was a turning point for me, particularly as part of the team. So mentorship, like I said, is very, very important. So this is what I would want to leave us with. So as we want to hone our visibility, it is important that we set goals and then we set targets for ourselves. That setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. So we can start with a visibility action plan. We have our career goals. This is just a template, but you may want to tweak it to how best it would suit you. But then you may want to indicate your career goals, where you want visibility to take you in long or short term. You could give yourself a quarter, 6 months, or even up to a year. And then also you look at what you are doing well, which areas you would have to enhance because you are already shining there. And then you assess your weakness to see where you are having challenges and how you feel unseen. And then which of the strategies that you would want to start with. Is it by speaking up in meetings? Is it by networking? I suggest networking. We start here right after this event. We talk to someone, get to know what someone is doing, also share what you are doing. And then other ways, your social media, when you get back home, you can take your phone and then go through your profile and see if it's a true reflection of what you do. And then give yourself some time and assess yourself and see how good it has helped you or it is helping you. If 1 or 2 strategies are not enough, after a quarter, after 6 months, you can add on, you can diversify, and then you see how it would help your professional growth. Thank you so much. I would like to end here. Yeah.